YouTube, what the grudge match is going on? HeirofCarthage what the grudge match is going on? HeirofCarthage here in a sweet grudge match. It's going to be dwarves versus greenskins. And who doesn't love this type of grudge match? So for the greenskins, their army is like a front line of savage orcs backed up by 4 black orcs, including the crimson killers, which everybody wants me to use all the time. There is a night goblin, there's 2 goblin big bosses, and they are on their standard spider mount. And then we have an Azag the Slaughterer on the wyvern here. Let's see, looks like he's got some terror-inducing spells. I don't see Spirit Leech. Looks like he's focused on terror and leadership detriment. Now, this is the exact reason why I don't bring the Crimson Killers under almost any circumstance. I mean, I hardly even use these guys against the AI, to be honest, because even the AI is capable of doing this. All you have to do is target them with artillery or ranged units, and it makes your artillery and ranged units pay off extremely quick. See this? One grudge, it's the Goblobber. Look at the Goblobber back here. Has already decimated, like, what, 25%, maybe 30% of the health off these guys? I mean, there's no way they're going to pay off at this point. No way. And that's why I don't use them. So they are too expensive. It is too much gold wrapped up into one unit. Or in the case of the greenskins, too many teeth. Now, the dwarf army here is using a considerable number of miners with blasting charges, and then one Norgrimling Zyre Breaker here in the center. Now, the greenskin player is immediately splitting up. And here, the gyrocopters are trying to drop their bombs. This is a standard gyrocopter, not with the brimstone gun. So it'll be good against the savage orcs, but not so much against anything that has armor. Now, of course, the quarrelers get time to fire, and so does the artillery, while the greenskin player tries to reposition. But I mean, the damage done by the Goblobber is just devastating. And again, that's why I'm extremely careful. Look at this. The Goblin Big Boss is going to eat a whole bunch of blasting charges there to fall back. These guys don't have healing potions anymore, so that's a big deal. It's a big deal indeed. Look at the Goblobber, just continues to own more blasting charges on this side, so the Goblin Big Boss is going to eat all of those. Just absolutely debilitating damage. Now, the gyrocopter firing into these savage orcs is a pretty good play, and the savage orcs are going to get savaged by blasting charges. Definitely going to put these guys in a pretty big hurt. Now, against miners, they'll perform well, but you know, if you take a look at what happens here on the charge, they lost over half of their health, and they're continuing to lose massively. And then over here, the Crimson Killers finally get into combat. 0 kills, and they're down to about 30% health, and their leadership is failing quickly. So again, don't bring the Crimson Killers. That's the best way to make sure that you don't get screwed over. Now, Savage Orcs up against Dragonback Slayers is a horrible matchup because they don't have any armor, and the Dragonback Slayers have absurd attack, and armor is the only way to slow that down. So here comes Azag. You got Soul Blight, but then there's a standard ground that gets dropped over here as well. And I didn't even catch the Dwarf Lord earlier. Here he is over here. It's Thorgrim. So there's going to be probably melee buffs in play for each unit. Yep, there is. So we'll take a look at the overall. The Orc War Boss is trying to shut down a Runesmith, not having a ton of luck, and blasting charges being thrown into units from all over the place. It's pretty effective. The Goblobber has yet to be silenced and has caused significant damage in this battle. They don't show the damage by chevron with the Goblobber because it starts off at 9. Look at this. Dragonback Slayers racking up 65 kills against the Savage Orcs now. They did lose a lot of their health, so in the end, maybe not great. Look at this. Black Orcs just get savaged here by the combination of blasting charges and Longbeards. And then, of course, Thorgrim in there. Crimson Killers. Holy 76. Are you serious? Now someone's going to be like, well, here, that's why I tell you to use the Crimson Killers, because they're so good. I still disagree. Most of those kills probably came on the miners that were in front of them. So I highly doubt that those kills were of any significant value here, although it is impressive that they did still manage to rack up that many kills. But now, again, they're going to start taking fire from the Quarrelers, and they're going to drop. It does look like it's miners that they've done most of their killing on right here. So, and no, I don't mean miners as in children. I mean miners as in dwarf miners. Are the Crimson Killers also domestic abusers? Here we go. So, yeah, my bad jokes aside, Azag's now going to be, well, he was getting attacked by the Dragonback Slayers, but then they turned around into these Night Goblins. So Azag and Skullmuncha are back here trying to take down the Runesmith, and he's taking a lot of Quarreler fire as well. You don't see Azag a ton anymore. He's still a good lord if he's used in the right context. I like using him against armies that would be potentially vulnerable to terror. But Greenskins just got straight up shut down in this matchup. These Night Goblin fanatics are the only thing left because they're unbreakable. It's one of the special units. And look at that Slayer like jumping into combat and start hacking these guys apart. Kind of weird to see an unbreakable greenskin unit. Not used to seeing greenskins who don't want to break. But I've said it before in my campaign, and I'll say it again. These guys clearly do break, as you'll see their arms, limbs, and entrails being broken all over. It's just their leadership that doesn't break. So, wow, that was a pretty quick curb stomping of the greenskins by the Dawi. And it was a pretty good use of the blasting charges. The blasting charges rendered useless most of the Savage Orcs. Now, Savage Orcs are not good against armor, and are probably a questionable pick versus the Dawi. They are damage dealers, and if they're up against any unit with significant armor, I don't see them paying out really well. Now, if you all think I'm wrong, let me know, but I just don't see that being a good payout. I think Biggins would have been a better choice, like maybe bring a little bit less Black Orcs and a whole lot more Biggins. And if you get the Night Gobbo Shaman, which there was a Orc Shaman here, which again, I think the Orc Shaman's the wrong pick versus the Dawi. He's best for the Foot of Gork, and the Foot of Gork is best against cavalry. So I would have picked the Night Goblin Shaman. Now they did nerf some of the upgrades that the Night Goblin Shaman has. But if you use like a Here We Go or something like that, sorry, on the Night Goblin Shaman, Itchy Nuisance and Sneaky Stabbing and some of that other stuff, it'll help the Orc Biggins do so much damage that they'll hit above their weight class, even though they don't typically have like a whole lot of armor penetrating capability. So it's just something. And actually, another good combination with the Biggins is the Rusty Errors. So bringing that one unit of Rusty Errors, and they can help armor sunder some of the key units that are being attacked by the Biggins, and then all of a sudden the high weapon damage on the Biggins becomes quite useful. We could demonstrate that real quick, probably, if I had my mod on that lets me have like a single unit or something. I'll do it in the beginning of the next video. But I hope you all enjoyed this one. I know it's a little bit short, but I'm short on replays recently. I haven't had a lot of replays up, and it's because I've done some streaming, I've done some campaign, I'm trying to cover the tournament and Deserts of Karak, which will continue. And by the way, the next match between Sparrow and Megarith is freaking awesome. And I hope you guys are ready to watch it. It is great. The first couple matches I showed, some people were like, those are a little bit lopsided. This one's not lopsided. Trust me, they are fantastic games. And highly encourage you to watch the next Deserts of Karak video. I will demonstrate this Rusty Errors with Biggins on the next one, and we'll kind of take a look at it. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. For those of you who think that my videos are too long sometime, here you go. I gave you a short one. See you next time.